How much is your happiness worth to you? Are you willing to give up your happiness and your peace of mind for the sake of someone else's emotional well-being? You don't owe your peace of mind to anyone. That's a sacred place. It's a sacred thing. You have to be careful of who you let into that space. The reason why this discussion came up because over the last several years, several months, I've noticed that people come to you for advice. You give them your advice based on your experiences or things that you might have, went through in the past. You tell them all this good stuff. Now, don't expect everyone to take your advice, right? Because some people, they come to you and they're not necessarily looking for advice. They're just looking for a conversation. They're looking for a vent or an outlet or some way to just kind of, talk the situation out. But what you have to be careful is leaving that door open. And when I say leaving that door open, not putting in closure in the beginning. Because once you start going through things with people, you become a part of their issue. And there's nothing wrong with that all the time. But sometimes people will see you as that only one that listened, the only one that didn't turn away or continue doing what they were doing, the only one that kept eye contact. We make contact, but you're the only one that kept eye contact. And that's not always good, right? Because some people just love to just bleed their problems on you. And I think it's very rude sometimes when you start off in a conversation, you talk to someone and then it becomes 90% of the conversation becomes about that person. It's their experiences. It's what they did. It's how they handled it. And two-way conversation, interpersonal communication is good, but what you have to be careful is making sure you don't give all your energy and all your time into someone else's emotional space, because if you're depleted, if you don't have anything, then what are you left with for your coworkers, for your family, for your friends? If you just completely giving away everything every day, you just giving it all away, what are you left with at the end of the day, right? So I tell people, don't help out to the point where you become damaged, right? And when I say you become damaged, it's like you've given everything away. Now you don't have anything left. You're in a bad mood. You're just not having a good time. You just, don't want to talk to the kids, don't want to talk to the spouse. The coworkers suffer, all because you gave everything sacred you had to someone else. So there's an old saying that where energy flows is where energy goes. So if your energy is continuously going into someone else's problems, going into someone else's concerns, you have to be mindful of that, because it's not a problem or a bad thing to help people get through situations that they're going through. But what is toxic is when it depletes everything good you have inside to the point where you're left with nothing but a bad day. So remember that the next time that coworker, that friend, or that family member comes to you with that problem you helped them out 10 times before, if the issue is never changing, then my advice to you would be to say, thank you, for trusting me with that information. I value that information, but it appears that what I'm saying is not able to help you. So what I would like for you to do, how about if you try, another approach, and when you feel that you've been able to make progress or get past or unstuck from whatever situation that you're stuck in, let's regroup and kind of talk about it. Because you cannot continue to be that punching bag or that person who just completely just gives everything and you have nothing left for those who really need you. So be blessed and take care. But remember, your space is sacred and it belongs to you. Watch who you share it with.